What's up, Mitten Squad? My name is Paul and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be going over an updated list of the 6 oldest characters in the Fallout universe. Number 6. Raul Tajeda. Raul Tajeda is a ghoul mechanic who has been trapped in the prison atop Black Mountain. Raul grew up on Hidalgo Ranch near Mexico City. He was a marksman as well as a mechanic. When the bombs fell, the ranch was spared from destruction. Eventually, survivors tried to take refuge at the ranch and became violent. Raul and his father had to drive away the survivors. Later that night, about 24 men returned and set fire to the ranch, barring the doors from the inside to prevent any escape. Raul awoke to the smell of smoke and was able to sneak himself and his sister, Raul Tajeda, out a window, receiving burns across his entire body in the process. The rest of his family, consisting of his mother, father, grandmother, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters, all died in the flames. Raul and his sister headed into Mexico City, where Raul was affected by intense radiation, turning him into a ghoul. Sometime later, he discovered the signal of Black Mountain Radio. He went there and fixed the radio. Unfortunately for Raul, Tabitha, the leader of Black Mountain, kept him in the prison for an unknown number of years. Raul was born in 2047, making him 234 years old during the events of Fallout New Vegas in 2281. Number 5. Robert Edwin House. Robert House was born to 2 wealthy parents who, much to the dismay of Robert House, left their inheritance to Robert's brother Anthony. Nevertheless, he attended the Commonwealth Institute of Technology and later went on to found Robco Industries in his hometown of Las Vegas at the age of 22. Not long after, Robco Industries became one of the most profitable companies in the world. He then used his wealth and power to gain controlling interest in a myriad of other businesses. These included Repcon Aerospace, the Lucky 38 Hotel and Casino on Las Vegas Boulevard, and perhaps most personally, the H&H Tool Company, the company his brother was given control of upon the death of his parents. Robert Edwin House was born on June 25, 2020, making him 261 years old in 2281, during the events of Fallout New Vegas. Number 4. Daisy. Daisy is a ghoul found in Goodneighbor in Fallout 4. She was born before the Great War and turned into a ghoul after prolonged exposure to radiation that was caused by the Great War. Daisy runs Daisy's Discounts in Goodneighbor. Not a lot is known about her backstory, although she can tell the sole survivor that she has fond memories of visiting the Boston Public Library when she was a child. While her specific date of birth isn't stated, her age is. She was born in 2017, making her 270 years old in 2287 during Fallout 4. Number 3. Paulson. Paulson is a cowboy and rancher from the Wild West time period in American history. At some point, he was abducted by aliens and taken on board Mothership Zeta. Very little is known about his life prior to being frozen on board Mothership Zeta. The Wild West period of American history is the 1850s to late 1890s. If he was born in 1850, he'd be 427 years old in 2277. If he was born in 1890, he'd be 387 years old in 2277. That said, it's safe to assume that he is roughly 390 to 430 years old in 2277 during the events of Fallout 3. Number 2. The Cabot Family. If I didn't lump them all together, this list would be like 66% Cabot, and that wouldn't be very interesting at all. The entire Cabot family is old as f***. Lorenzo Cabot is the patriarch of the Cabot family and is likely the oldest Cabot, though his wife Wilma Cabot could possibly be older. Their children, Jack and Imogen Cabot, are also very old. With Lorenzo being the exception, no dates of birth are known for any of the Cabots, so some guesswork is involved to determine their ages. Lorenzo Cabot was born in 1835, as stated by a terminal in Fallout 4. Jack imprisoned Lorenzo in the Paulson State Insane Asylum in 1898. If we assume that Lorenzo was 20 years old when Jack was born, Jack would be 43 years old when he imprisoned his father, and would have been born in roughly 1855. His sister is probably close in age to Jack. As stated by a terminal, Lorenzo Cabot was born in 1835, so he's 452 years old in 2287 during Fallout 4. His wife, Wilma Cabot, is probably around the same age as Lorenzo, so she is roughly 450 years old as well. Jack and Imogen are just guesses, but they're probably at least 400 years old as well. Before we get to the oldest person in Fallout, let's go over some honorable mentions. Harold. While Harold is old, he's not old enough to make it on this list. Harold is a human, now tree, from Vault 29 who was born in 2072, meaning he would be 405 years old in 2277. Eddie Winter. Eddie Winter is a former criminal kingpin from Boston before the Great War. Neither his age nor date of birth are known. He was an adult before the Great War, so he's at least 228 years old in 2287. The sole survivor. The sole survivor's age isn't known, nor is their date of birth. The female sole survivor earned a law degree at Suffolk County School of Law. A law degree generally takes 6 to 7 years to complete, meaning the female sole survivor would be at least 25 years old when she entered the vault. That'd make her 235 years old and 2287. The male sole survivor's age is probably close to 235 years old as well. Number 1. Toshiro Gogo. Exactly when Toshiro Gogo was born isn't clear. According to the Fallout 3 official game guide, Gogo is from Japan, born sometime before 1562, and he participated in many battles for the Oda clan. After the decimation of the Oda clan, he fought for one or more unknown clans during the Azuchi Momomoya period. During the Tokugawa shogunate, Toshiro Gogo chose the wooden Soroman for his name and placed it on his Okajiwa-do. Sometime after, he was abducted by Mothership Zeta. He was interrogated by the aliens and put into cryopreservation until 2277, when the Lone Wanderer stumbles upon him and unfreezes him. As of 2277, Gogo was at least 715 years old, making him the oldest character in the Fallout universe. If you've made it this far in the video, you might know that I made a previous video about the 6 oldest Fallout characters. I had a set of rules in mind when making that video, but I ended up only using those rules for some of the characters on the list, meaning I ended up missing a lot of characters, basically things to prove their age, but I didn't adhere to that list when choosing characters. I did for some of them, but not others. Ultimately, that ended up with a not so accurate video, and based on the recommendations of people in the comment section, I have updated this video. If I missed anyone, please let me know in the comment section. I doubt I'll make another one, but if I missed a lot, then I'll probably update this video sometime in the future. And that's the end of the 6 oldest characters in the Fallout universe video. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything, leave a like. Leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy the video or didn't learn anything. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions for any future top 10 video about any game or game character. Follow me on Twitter at Mitten Squad. My name is Paul of Mitten Squad. Have a wonderful day.